The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. Always pitch. Product first, you second. The company third, and make the airtight logical case first. Then an airtight emotional case second, and you do this with language patterns that contain bite-sized pieces of information to increase certainty. In the first half of the sale, the language patterns are served as anchors for each portion of the syntax, explaining yourself, your company, and the reason for your call, while using tonality and body language to establish yourself as an expert to move them down the straight line toward close. In the back half, they serve as the foundation of the looping rebuttal process, creating a powerful introduction. Be enthusiastic. Always speak in the familiar. Hi, is John there? Upbeat and enthusiastic. Introduce yourself and your company. Then restate your company again within the first couple of sentences. I want them to kind of be, oh yeah. Use power words like dramatically, fastest growing, explosively. Catch attention. Use your justifiers. The reason I'm calling today. Ask permission to begin qualification process. Just a couple of quick questions so I don't waste your time. Or what do you like or dislike about your current source? Or what is your biggest headache with your business product? Less than with a sincere tonality greater than. How long has this been going on? Do you see this getting better or worse? How had it affected your health or family? Or what would be your ideal product program if you could design it? What features and benefits are the most important to you? Oh, is there anything that I have missed? Is there anything that I can tailor for you? Close with a transition. Based on what you've told me, this is the perfect. Oh, have memorized and ready. Transition to body. First words after the transition should be the name of the product and company and what it does. Next 1 or 2 paragraphs focused on a benefit that directly fills the client's need. Comparisons and metaphors are better than facts or figures. Oh, if you can ethically link the product to a trusted institution, Nike, Pepsi, Warren Buffett, then do it. Or high-profile endorsers. After that pattern, do a check with follow me so far, or makes sense. Don't move forward without a yes. Now repeat steps 2 and 3. Then repeat 2 and 3 one more time. Transition into close, creating urgency to buy now. Use tonal urgency. Oh, explain how easy it is to get started. Energy in, benefit out. Ask for close without beating around the bush. Be clear, straight, and specific. Bill, I want you to pick up 3,000 shares, which is our minimum commitment. Oh, studies show that salespeople will often ask for close 5 minus 7 times. Straight line is more like 3 minus 4. Oh, give me one shot and believe me, the only problem you will have is that I didn't call you soon enough. Sound good enough? Oh, if you ask for a lot on the first call, it gives you a chance to do subsequent step-down closes. The art and science of looping, the sale doesn't begin until the prospect hits you with the first objection. That is when you start earning your paycheck. There are only 3 possible answers. Yes, let's do it. The rare laydown. 1 is 2%. Conclusive no. Should have weeded out most of these in the intelligence gathering questions in marketing. Not logical to say no if you correctly qualify them and accurately relay the benefits. 1 is 2% of the time. Maybe. All the common objections. About 12 minus 14, though most are a variation of 2. Detailed chapter 2. When doing a second or third call, you can say, I sent you information about does that ring a bell? Though never ask if they got it. Gives them a cop-out, oh, then remind them that they had asked you to call them. It was their idea. Oh. Then explain why your call today is unique. The reason for the call today is, oh, transition into body of presentation from script. Make sure the last answer to all of the common objections in exactly the same way. Okay, I hear you. But let me ask you, do you like the idea? Does the idea make sense to you, less than money aside, tonality? Then try not to actually address the actual objection. Deflection, start talking about something positive instead of the negativity of the objection. Or also rates their level on the 10-stop pay attention to tonality. The tonality will tell the real answer. If they earn at least a 8 minus 10 on the certainty scale, don't move down the straight line. Loop back to the first half and rebuild the body of the presentation. Right where the logical frame left off and use your most powerful benefits and most coherent assertions to turn the frame into an airtight logical case. Increase both the logical and emotional certainty. Example, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Response, exactly, it really is a great buy down here. In fact, one of the true beauties here is main body of follow-up presentation. Regardless of where their answer is on the certainty scale, you will just use different tonalities to pace and lead by gradually increasing the tone of your certainty, unless they are a 3 or less. Then cut bait and move on. You need to get people to 8 minus 9 on all 3 certainty scales to close, though you can get 90% of your 5 plus certainty people up there. Depends on their action threshold. Once you have them at an 8 plus on the logical scale and they still aren't buying, you have to transition into increasing the 10s on the other 2 scales. Example, exactly. The stock really is a screaming buy down here. Less than pause a beat greater than now, Bill. Let me ask you another question. Less than money aside, tonality greater than if I had been your broker the last 3 or 4 years, making you money consistently. Then you probably wouldn't be saying, let me think about this now, would you, Bill? You would be saying, pick me up a block of a few thousand shares. Am I right? Or 95%? Yeah, obviously, or that would be a totally different thing, which is them saying that trust is the cornerstone issue. Oh, other 5% politely call out on their BS. You are telling me that if I'd already made you 20% on Nike and 15% on Goodyear, you wouldn't be all over this? Come on. And they will come clean and say the same as the 95%. Forrest Gump pattern. Now that I can understand, you don't know me and I don't have a track record. My name is Rod Rode, and I am less than little greater than at less than company greater than, and I've been here less than X years greater than, and I pride myself on less than. Tell them about yourself and why you are special. Goals, what you stand for, how you can be an asset to then greater than. Then you need to sell your company. So transition out of FG with, and as far as my company less than company greater than goes less than recent, they should love your company. Best possible version of your company logically and emotionally greater than. Have a primary and secondary version. And transition into, and all I'm asking for is this less than transition into close where you ask for sale the second time greater than. About 20% will close right here, or possibly stepping down to a slightly smaller version of product. If you give me 1% of your trust, I will earn the other 99%. Obviously, I'm not getting rich here, but this will serve as a benchmark for future business. Each loop from here must increase certainty on at least one of the 10s, increase their pain, or lower their action threshold. Now we are objection hopping. We'll start with asking for info. Need to talk to someone. It's a bad time of year. Smoke screens for uncertainty. You can sidestep the first one with deflection. Though need to hit second one head on, then loop back to the script to build more certainty. Action threshold. The collective level of certainty that a prospect needs to be at in order to buy. 10 to 10, 787 will depend on price point, i.e. benefit in versus resources out, and will depend on how positive or negative the movie you run in your head about how it will turn out. So if you get someone that is just hopping from objection to objection to objection, they might just be October 10th, 2010. So lower your action threshold right there on the spot.